If you want to hold me, for whatever reason, give me 3 or 4 days.
On February 13th, 2023, in the quiet island city of Key West, Florida, a 21-year-old former high school football standout lay bleeding out on the cold asphalt of a bar parking lot, his stomach torn open by a point-blank gunshot that left dark powder burns and a visible muzzle imprint scorched directly into his skin. The killer was 60-year-old Lloyd Preston.
Immediately, once he was down, did not continue to set my firearm.
Brewer III, a multi-millionaire real estate mogul worth over $16 million, who stood over the dying, shirtless college student cold and unbothered while dialing 911.
Yes, hello. I just shot someone.
You just shot someone? Who did you shoot?
I don't know. What is your name?
Garrett Hughes.
Garrett Hughes.
Okay. Why'd you shoot him?
He came at me aggressively in my parking lot at Contown.
Hey, can you tell me where you hurt him? Where you injured? Where?
In the stomach.
I got it. Okay. We have units pulling up, okay?
On to claim he'd acted in self-defense. But what Brewer didn't realize was that his own high-definition surveillance system captured the whole thing, shattering his lies and exposing a calculated execution-style murder. In this video, you will watch the unbelievable step-by-step unraveling of a millionaire who thought his wealth and Florida's stand-your-ground laws could buy him a pass for murder. You'll witness his actual police interrogation, where he casually chats with detectives, lies through his teeth about being attacked, refuses access to his security systems, and worries more about paying his estimated taxes than the young man whose life he'd just erased, unaware that detectives already hold the video evidence that will lock him away forever.
And then if you want to, I'll have to read them. It's a formality, and then you want to give us your story. I'm here to listen. Before we ask you any questions, you must understand your rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions, and to have him present with you during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before any question, if you wish. If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you will have the right to stop answering at any time. You also have the right to stop answering at any time until you talk to a lawyer. You understand those rights? Okay. Do me a favor, just read this here. Do you have your glasses? Okay.
Cheers.
Yep, there you go. Just read this here for me. The waiver of rights. If you read it out loud for me.
I have read this statement of my rights, and I understand that my rights are, or what my rights are. I am willing to make a statement and answer questions. I do not want a lawyer at this time. I understand and I know what I'm doing. I promise. No promises or threats have been made to me, and no pressure or coercion of any kind has been used against me.
Okay.
That's very simple.
Okay. And if I could borrow your cheaters. Because I can't see. All right. All right. Pretty much tell me what happened. And start, if you can, just start I guess the night that you were at Contown that night?
Correct.
Okay. So go ahead and let me know. Tell me what you got.
I was there for the Super Bowl.
Okay.
I was with my niece and her boyfriend.
Okay.
They left. I am now single, so I hung out for a little bit longer to see if maybe a potential suitor might show up.
Okay.
Nothing happened. I was ready to go home. I noticed there was a lot of activity going to and from the back door.
Okay.
As we have discussed in the past.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
So I went out back. to just see what was going on. As you know, I am armed. Nature of my business, my property.
All right.
I went out back, and there was not one, this was not a drug dealer, I don't think, just a guy. And he had buddies with him, and there were cars, but he was in between two cars. There were people on either side, and I guess they were all together. I don't know. They hadn't come from inside the bar. I don't know where they came from. And he's pissing in the parking lot and on the building. And I said, man, can't you just go I'll be honest, can't you just go in the bar and piss in the toilet? And we exchanged words. And as it progressed, he became more agitated and approached me. And I said, look, I own this. Stop. He continued to approach me. I said, I'm armed. It appeared as though he was reaching for something. The first shot went off this way. The second shot went off up in the air. To the best of my recollection, he was already on top of me. It would happen that fast.
Okay.
There's no doubt I fired a weapon.
Okay.
Because they wouldn't let me wash my hands.
Yeah, we'll do that after.
It happened.
All right.
I immediately, once he was down, did not continue to set my firearm on the hood of a car, awaiting the arrival of the police. I did not render aid because other people showed up to render aid.
Okay.
And I know he's got a lot of witnesses. They're going to say a lot of different things. That's what happened from my perspective, on my property. I stood my ground. I feared for my life. Period.
Notice how Brewer repeatedly screams, "My property," like it's a license to kill. The detective is letting him dig his own grave, giving him total freedom to lock himself into a stand your ground story. But here's the catch. Brewer has no idea detectives are about to compare his story against post-mortem autopsy reports, and the physical wounds on Garrett's body will completely shatter his claim that Garrett charged him from a distance.
Okay. Just so I know, if you can, draw me a little map. You know the property. Draw me a map where it was on the parking lot. So if the parking lot's back here, like this, that's the rear parking lot, right? Okay. Let's say this is a door for Comptown.
Where?
Okay, just draw it right there. Show me. What's it, by the trailers or?
No. So there was a car. You know the way the back parking lot is.
Yeah.
Like this, right?
Okay.
No, not over here. Not. These are the dumpsters.
Right.
Right. Here's that Jeep that's been sitting there forever.
Yes.
It was approximately here. There was a truck parked here. After it happened about here.
Okay.
I laid my firearm there.
Okay. All right. When did you make contact with him?
As I came out, I was walking this direction. It started here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And where did it happen? Did the altercation happen in the parking lot itself, or
in the parking lot itself?
Okay, so
not in the bar.
No, not in the bar. I'm saying
Were you in between the parking
in between the cars, or was that
In between the cars.
Okay.
Right here.
All right.
All of that's a matter of fact. There's cameras everywhere. Right?
Okay.
So all of that is a matter of fact.
Okay.
And then as he approached me, I identified I own all of this.
Yeah.
It's all my property.
Okay.
I identified myself as the owner of the property. I identified myself as being armed. He still approached and appeared as though he was going for something.
Okay.
What
did he tell you when you told him about what?
We were going back, who are you? We were just going back and forth on this thing, and it just, that fast.
Okay.
It was not a long, drawn out process. It really wasn't. Because if it had been, then his buddies that were here would have, had they all come in together and had been a fist fight, things might have ended differently. But that dude was agitated already. I mean, you can test me for drugs or whatever. I don't know. I swear, I hope he's okay. I hit him in the abdomen. I don't think I hit him with the second shot because the second shot went in the air. It was that fast.
So when the altercation happened, that you all came together, was there any contact with you on him? Did you grab him? Did he grab you? Was there any hand contact?
Not to my recollection.
Okay.
It happened so fast, but when somebody's coming at you that fast,
I got you.
it doesn't matter.
All right.
If we're going to get into very minute particulars, that's what I'm going to ask for a lawyer.
Okay.
Because I'm telling you the overall scope of what happened. And the reason I asked for you is you understand the dynamics of that establishment.
Yes, I do.
And so you know I'm armed all the time. Nature of my business and what goes on back there. And really all I was doing was walking through here to see what was going on, to give you a call if something was happening.
All right.
That's it.
When you
didn't contact a lot.
No, we have, and you always tell me people have been doing stuff back there. We got a good relationship.
In all honesty, I don't think they were dealing with anything. I think they were just drunk guys.
Okay.
They're local, I think.
All right.
And I can tell you, one of them's probably going to try to kill him based on.
Did they say anything?
The looks. And finally, your officer that did not detain me.
Right.
Really, he didn't handcuff me, but we went and sat on my back steps. Because originally I was looking at the scene, and the guy was looking at me like, yeah, I'm going to get even with you. And the officer saw it too, and he said, just come sit over here.
Right.
Look this direction.
All right. So, just so I get it right, you walked out of here, you were walking, you walked out of Countdown, and you walk in there when you when you engaged in the
He's over there pissing, and he zipped his pants up, and we had words, and he came at me.
Okay.
And I mean, there's no reason for me to go at a guy that's just pissing other than verbally. Just, really go to the bar. They got 3 bathrooms.
I got you.
No. So I don't know. Beyond that, I didn't know him. He had no reason to have malice for me that I'm aware of.
Right.
I mean, a lot of people know me, you know that.
Yeah. No.
I did not recognize him as someone that I'd run into before.
Okay. All right. And as far as words, you can't remember what he told you or anything like that?
It was all... I hate to say it, but, in the heat of battle, in the heat of the moment, words are exchanged. Yes. Can I be verbally abusive? Yes. I can. But did I walk up and strike him to cause him to come at me? No.
All right. Okay.
No. Look at my size. I mean, no. And my recollection is the guy was a little bit taller than I am.
All right. Did he hit you? Did he strike you?
No, he came at me in a threatening manner.
Okay.
And it appeared as though he was reaching for something. Okay. But he was coming at me.
All right.
And
did you see what he was reaching at or anything like that?
I did not.
Okay.
What do you mean by the threatening manner? Like, what could be threatening?
No, he's coming at me with words and we're going to have issues. Because I mean, where he ended up, the best of my recollection, was outside here. Okay?
Behind the cars.
Right. Outside. Now, you tell me if I'm incorrect. But so he obviously came toward me.
Okay.
Did you find him here next to the building? No. You found him in the middle of the parking lot, which is where I was. Which means he came to me.
Brewer thinks drawing this map proves he was cornered, But he just fell into a classic interrogation trap. By pinning down his exact physical locations, the detective locks Brewer into a story where he was allegedly attacked. But Brewer's slip-ups are already leaking out. He admits he never saw a weapon, never got hit, and just assumed Garrett was reaching for something. Wait until you see what happens next, when Brewer attempts to negotiate a release pass with the police so he can go file his tax returns.
When you came out, where were his friends?
There was a friend, okay. I don't know if they were his friends.
Right.
But there were other people. There were some over here and some over here, but there were cars here and here. That's my recollection. So it was like he was isolated.
So he was by himself, like staying pissing.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, like they're not sitting around watching him piss.
Right.
Was there anybody back here by the back door? Anybody hanging out back there?
I walked out. I don't believe there was at the time. There was immediately afterwards.
Okay.
There were all kind of people everywhere.
All right.
Afterwards.
At what point did you draw on him? Was it here?
When I fired, he was about this close. Because I fired on him. It appeared as though he was reaching for something, and he's coming at me. And by the time he got that close, I fired, and he's on top of me.
Okay. Did he fall on you?
He came, yeah.
Oh, did he
My second shot went in the air.
Okay, so were you fell on the ground? Do you remember if you fell on the ground and fell back?
Yeah, he came at me. Yeah, because I got up, but he wasn't on top of me by the time it all ended. He was on the ground.
Okay. So I'm just trying to.
Do you remember where he was reaching? Like, was he reaching?
It looked like on his side.
Okay.
Which is where I carry a firearm.
Okay.
I mean, there was no reason for this. This was.
Do you remember if you were holding the gun with one hand or with two hands?
Me?
Mm-hmm. Were you able to actually watch out properly?
I don't know. I will tell you what the best of my recollection is.
I'm sure it happened pretty fast.
2, 1.
Okay.
I mean, it was that fast.
Fast.
And just to get, so you walking towards him, yeah.
I'm not looking toward him, he's walking toward me.
Okay.
Do you want to show?
Like,
Mommy?
I'm trying to get like, did you fall? You said you got up off the ground?
Yeah, because when he came, my second shot went in the air.
Okay.
It was that fast.
Okay. All right.
And I'm going to maintain stand your ground all day long. I mean, it's my parking lot. He's coming at me. What I hope comes out of this, I understand your job. And I understand friends don't cross that line for your job. I think this is a case for a grand jury.
Well, that's what we're here. Do you know my job?
Yep. I think this is a case for a grand jury to investigate all of the facts.
This is something that we get all the facts. We get everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We put everything together.
And you know,
before we do anything,
I don't want to go to jail tonight, but you know I'm not going anywhere. So you take it to a grand jury.
That's up to the state, Preston. We put everything together. We take it to the state, then they make that decision.
But you know, this wasn't a revenge thing. This wasn't one of the dealers back there. It wasn't like I was hunting somebody.
I got you.
In no way, shape, or form.
I got you. You had gone to the bar earlier. What time do you think you got to the bar?
We watched the whole Super Bowl.
The whole Super Bowl? Okay. How many drinks you think you might have had?
Probably 3.
3? Was it drinks or beers? What were you
Beers.
drinking? Beers?
I don't get liquor.
You just drink beer?
Oh.
Okay. And what time did you get there, you think?
We got the Uber at. You got my phone?
No, they have it, I believe. You got it in there? You got the time that you got the Uber?
The Uber.
Okay. We could look at it. So you had an Uber, Uber took you there? So you didn't even drive there?
No.
Okay.
So the Uber took us, no, because we've learned if you drink 1 or 2 beers, don't drive because FHP is
Everywhere right now.
everywhere. No, I mean, we're that responsible. So my niece and
What's your niece's name?
Arabi.
How do you spell that?
Arabi.
Damn, I had A-R-I.
Yep,
That's your niece, right?
correct.
Okay.
And
She had left already.
her and Alex showed up later because he was working tonight.
That's your boyfriend?
Yes.
I think that's on that for now. I'm gonna do the swabs in your hand for the GSR.
I don't deny that I shot a firearm.
Do you remember what hand you shot it with? Right hand? Did you get divorced?
We were never married.
Oh, okay.
I know we're amicable. I mean, but she's over in Salt Ponds now.
All right. Okay.
And as you notice, I didn't run, didn't hide. So am I spending the night at Rick Ramsey's?
I don't know. This is what we're doing, and I'll be perfectly honest with you. We're gonna put everything together. Your story, their story. Then
It's
we'll
one of
take
me
it.
and probably 5 or 6 of them.
And that's fine. It goes to the state. We tell them what we're gonna do, and they'll make the decision of how they want to proceed. If they're gonna take it to grand jury, if they're gonna. Either way, that we just, and you know how we operate. You know me for a long time. I'm not gonna bullshit you.
And you know I'm not running anywhere.
And I know that you got plenty of roots here. So based on what the state says, we'll give them both sides. We'll give them, and they'll make a decision. And you'll know. So right now we're just putting everything together. You coming forward, you talking to us, we'll give them that, and then they'll make the decision of how they want
And
to.
I'm not hiding what happened.
So, no, I understand that. You've always been up front with me with no problem, so we just put everything together, and then we give it to them, and it'll go from there. And
So here's what I would ask. If you want to hold me for whatever reason, give me 3 or 4 days. Here's why. I'm a one-man shop. I've got to pay estimated taxes. I'm the only one that can do it.
Okay.
I've got to be in my office. I don't care if you come and sit with me, just make sure I don't go anywhere.
Right.
But I've got to be able to do that.
Well,
And that's not just for
I can't make that decision, and I'm going to tell you, I can't make that decision.
This is easily one of the most absurd moments in interrogation history. Instead of asking if the young man he shot is alive, Brewer tries to negotiate a 4-day weekend release so he can pay his estimated taxes. This extreme narcissism shows he genuinely thought his wealth made him untouchable. But the mood in this room is about to flip instantly. Watch what happens when the detective asks for access to the bar's surveillance cameras.
That's not on me to make, but it's something that we'll have to talk to the state about, okay? And like I said, I've always been upfront with you. There's nothing to hide. I have to do my job as far as no matter what it is, but I'll have to.
Can I ask you how the fellow's doing?
Right now, he's critical.
Do you remember if he had a shirt on or not? Was he clothed all the way?
Well, his clothes except that he was peeing.
Okay,
I think
just
he had a
peeing.
shirt on.
Okay. Does anybody else have access to the surveillance system other than yourself? For the parking lot?
No, I need to get in there and look at it.
Are you the only one that has the capability to do that, or is there somebody else that has access?
There is somebody else, but I don't give you permission yet.
You understand that we're going to need to be able to see that?
Hmm?
You understand we're going to need to be able to see the video?
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, that's one of the few spots that isn't clear. Because I don't have a camera sitting right here.
Right.
Of course, there's no audio. It's illegal to audio. What's the over-under on me going to Rick Ramsey's hotel tonight?
Rick Ramsey's hotel. That's a good way of putting it. We're still working out all the details, so we're not making that decision right this second.
I would like to get in touch with my lawyer. I've asked 3 times and was denied the ability.
When did you ask for that?
When I was detained at the scene
Okay.
and when I was downstairs.
Okay. Who is your attorney?
I'm not saying I refuse to cooperate. I'm saying I would like to confer with counsel.
Sure.
Okay. Before we go, just one question I want to ask, because once we get everything and go to the state. When the guy came, you said the guy came towards you, do you remember anything or any type of threatening things that he told you or anything that he made actions? I know you said he grabbed you something.
He was coming to aggressively get me. He was
Okay.
taller than I was.
All right. Did he show anything, like, did you remember anything, hand maneuvers, hand things? Do you remember anything?
It was just that fast, no.
Okay, all right. All right, Preston, just so you know, I'm always upfront with you, walking with you. The hospital had contacted us a little bit ago. I just talked to the detective that was out there, and the kid did pass away. So I just want to let you know that, all right? Unfortunate thing, but I got to tell you, I've known you too long, and there's no need to hold anything back.
Pay close attention right here. The second security cameras are mentioned, Brewer's friendly attitude completely vanishes. He explicitly refuses permission to view the footage and lies, claiming the camera missed the spot. Why? Because he knows the video exists, and he knows what it shows. Next up, you're about to see the actual unedited CCTV footage that Brewer tried so hard to hide, and it completely destroys every single word he just told police.
Contacted us a little bit ago. I just talked to the detective that was out there, and the kid did pass away.
In court, Brewer's stand-your-ground defense crumbled under his own surveillance footage. Convicted of first-degree murder for killing 21-year-old Garrett Hughes, the 60-year-old millionaire was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. No bond, no deals, and no 4-day pass for his taxes. Brewer will now die behind bars. Like and subscribe now for raw, deep dive interrogations breakdown.